With these new Arrow ATVs, we're really gonna take it to the Kharn. They're not ready for this. Let's go! They're riding into battle on some kind of new technology. Inform General Diabol. It will be done. General Diabol, the Final Faction is riding into battle on some new form of vehicle. We've never seen it before. Oh, really? Well, let's get ready to rumble. Hey, and welcome to the 24th episode of Creed's Modern Mondays. My name's Creed, and today we're checking out the Final Faction Arrow ATV, as well as its weapons and armor kit, and we're also taking a look at the Kharn Rumbler and its weapon and armor kit as well. The Arrow ATV is from Series 1, while the Rumbler is from Series 2, and you can find Final Faction at your local Dollar Tree. But wait, there's more. Since General Diabol is in the picture here driving the Rumbler and Shift is driving the ATV, I decided we're going to take a look at those figures as well. I just happen to have them right here. On the back of the Arrow ATV box, they do show you the accessory kit, and you can see it's the same parts that they show you here on the box. There's also a couple of files here that show you the stats of the vehicles with and without the armor. The Kharn Rumbler also shows the accessory kit here at the bottom, and just like the Arrow ATV, it's the same parts. However, the files for the vehicles are actually located on the bottom of the box. Here's a quick look at the Arrow ATV file, and here's a look at its armored stats. We've also got the Rumbler stats right here, and then of course the Rumbler with its weapons attached. Now we're going to take a look at our figures. We have Shift from Series 1 and General Diabol from Series 2. His name's probably pronounced Diabol, like diabolical, but I like saying Diabol because I think of Diablo, like the devil. Here on the back of their cards, you can see all the Series 1 and 2 figures, which I have all of except the Creeper. Here's a quick look at Shift's file card. If you'd like to read it, go ahead and pause now. And here's General Diabol's, and I noticed it mentions Queen Malara, and that he's her most trusted general, which tells me there's more generals and a queen. But we're wasting time. Let's go ahead and get all this stuff open. Just open up the box here, and a bag of parts. Some assembly required. Instructions? We don't need no stinking instructions. We got this. Just open up the bag, dump it all out, and poof, like magic. There we go, fully assembled without the armor kit, of course. And I think this thing looks amazing. I love it. Obviously it's not the most high quality in the world, but it's high enough quality. And now we're going to add on the weapon and armor kit. So we'll just pop this out and go ahead and get it out of the bag. There we go. And like magic, poof, all the parts are on it. And this thing looks super sweet. And it's only missing one thing. That's right, the driver. So let's go ahead and tear Shift off of her card. And there you go. There she is out of the box. And here they are together in all of their glory, Shift and the Arrow ATV. This is a whopping $3.75 at Dollar Tree. We're going to start off looking at Shift, and as we get closer, you can see she's actually got a really good face sculpt and excellent paint, other than this little blemish right here, as you can see on her shirt. She sports twin swords on her back, and we're going to take a closer look at those here in a bit, but I just want to point out that for a $1.25 figure, the details are there. Check out her gloves, her belt, the little pouches on her leg, knee pads. She even has laces on her boots, and it's all painted really well, as I've already said. I'm just impressed, I have to say. Here on the back, her swords are removable, and you can slide them out like so. And we're going to take a closer look at this sword, which is a typical ninja sword, except it has what looks like a break here. Maybe that's why they call her Shift. The backpack piece is quite small, but it's effective and does its job well. Unfortunately, though, the peg in her back is messed up by her hair. If you turn her head, it easily knocks the swords out. It's a minor problem, but it's there. And here she is sporting her two swords, and while she lacks the posability of a G.I. Joe, it's still pretty cool. Now we're going to take a look at the Arrow ATV, which has pretty cool looking mag wheels, and I actually like how everything is a matte black finish. There's also a faux winch here on the bumper. The back sections here look like an exhaust system. There's a steering wheel inside, not to mention the arrowhead-shaped piece of armor here on the front, and of course a place for the driver. The top-mounted guns have a pivot point, and the rear-mounted gun does as well, and there's pegs here so you can put a gunner on the back and let them wield the guns. So we'll take Shift here, and you can just peg her in, and then she can man this rear turret. This is a pretty cool feature, and it makes me heavily think of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. As we take a look at the backside of the ATV, you can see that the engine is clear right there. And as you keep turning it around, you get a better look at the steering wheel, which I like because it looks kind of like a flight yoke. The driver's seat has some nice texturing to it, and also a few pegs and switches, as you can see right here. Despite the plastic tires, this thing rolls great. Like really well. I was very surprised. And there's one more feature I haven't mentioned yet. The guns on here are removable, and then you can actually take them and put them in the hands of one of your Final Faction action figures. So on top of being a gun for the vehicle, it's also a gun that your figures can wield on their own. Pretty sweet. While the vehicle doesn't come with stickers, there are a few that are already applied. There are 3 light stickers right here on the front, and the headlights are actually painted red. But the lack of paint doesn't hurt this thing at all. It would only make it more awesome. And here it is with Shift all together. That is amazing for $375. Now we're moving on to the Kharn Rumbler. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box. And wow, it's a little ball of Rumbler. Look at that. So let's go ahead and get the parts out of the plastic. And this one's a lot easier to put together. It's only 5 pieces. So through the magic of editing, we are done. But wait, now we have to put on the accessory kit. Just happen to have it right here. And voila, it is fully assembled and looking incredible. Man, I really like this thing a lot. So let's go ahead and get General Diabol off this card, and there we go. Looking very devilish indeed. And here he is at the controls of the Rumbler, looking amazing. But you know the drill. We're going to go ahead and take a look at General Diabol first and look at the Rumbler second. On closer inspection, you can see that he's pretty similar to a Brute in a lot of ways, only way cooler with this granite-looking armor, the black magma red arms. He just has a real interesting devilish look to him with all these horns popping up out of him. He's got the back-turned legs like the rest of the Kharn, and you can see all the extra like sinewy toes and whatnot. It's just really nice work. He doesn't come with any accessories, but he does have holes here for additional accessories. I'm pretty sure he has his own accessory pack. Also, he's got a spot here on his forearm. But all in all, this is an excellent figure, and I really like him. It's nice that the Kharn finally have a leader for all of their army builders. Now we're going to take a look at this amazing beast. This is the Rumbler, and I love it. Man, this thing looks like a bio-organic chariot with its big mantis claws coming out of the front. And it's got this weird, horrible opening maw with like eyes. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. But I just think this thing looks incredible. The wheels are big and chunky. And it's got this crazy scorpion tail on the back with a blaster. It can swivel a little bit, but not too much. It does have a third wheel here in the back to keep it from tipping over when it goes fast, I guess. But unfortunately, it doesn't roll very well. The ATV rolled great, but these big wheels don't get any traction, so it just kind of slides. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at the front here. The claws are amazing. They're all detailed with this silver armor on top. I really like these. They add a lot to it. Everything about this screams biomechanical insect chariot. And I love it. There's a scorpion tail here on the back with some cool silver paint applied. And it's even got red accent paint on the inside. And it comes down into a blaster. Here on the front, you can see what looks like an insect face with like a mouth and eyes. And these giant wheels look very cool. I just wish they rolled a bit better. The back wheel rolls great though, as you can see. All in all, though, this thing looks incredible. I mean, just amazing looking vehicle, and I'm really happy with it. It's the perfect way for General Diabol to ride into battle. Now we're going to take a look at the articulation on the figures. The hips can go straight up on Shift, but won't go back at all. Her arms can also go up and around in a full 360. and her head can turn left and right, and that covers all 5 points of articulation for her. And General Diabol has a full split he can do, making him a little more posable. And then his arms can also go up and around full 360 if you want. Head can also turn left and right, and that covers all 5 points for General Diabol as well. All right, it's size comparison time. So here is the Arrow ATV next to the Kharn Rumbler, and here they are with some G.I. Joe mini-mates just to give you scale. And last but not least, here they are with the Adam West Batman from McFarlane Toys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week's Modern Monday on the Final Faction Arrow ATV and the Kharn Rumbler. If you like collecting new toys and you want bang for your buck, this is the line to go with. They are incredible, and like I said earlier, you can find them at Dollar Tree. And now let's talk about Modern Monday. Well, today's obviously Tuesday. I didn't get this video out in time last night, but this was a pretty big one to take on. But it's shown me that there's times when I'm going to want to release a video on a modern toy, and it's not going to be Monday. So the question is, do I still call this Modern Monday, or do I just change it to KREED'S Modern Reviews? And the reason I say that is because if I didn't have a day to do it, you might get more videos. Shockingly, setting it on a certain day is actually limiting, where I might just randomly make a video on a Saturday or a Tuesday or whatever. So just let me know what you think of the idea of the modern reviews being a little more random. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it as usual. And I want to send a big thanks out to my friend Keith Allen, who actually sent me the Arrow ATV and the accessory kit, along with some other stuff from Final Faction. Thank you, Keith. I really appreciate it. And you guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later this week with KREED'S Collection.